exciting. As we take a look at the Detroit Lions, they have a lot of openings. I'm noticing that the Chicago Bears let their center go. Detroit let their center go. The Washington Commanders let their center go, and several other teams also let their centers go. And so there are a number of them that are out there, but only about 5 or 6 of them are really going to be commanding, and that's not a play on Washington, by the way, but commanding a good sized salary. There are a number of players out there that are going to be getting a nominal amount of money because of the fact that they just simply are not great ball players and don't have themselves established. Tyler Linderbaum is probably going to be the one that commands the most money. A lot of people thought that Chicago was going to go after him. However, they have made a trade and have brought in another center, so it doesn't look like they'll be going after him. I think they're probably trying to save money so that they can go after some of the other players. I think they're going to go after a defensive end and a few things of that nature. It looks like the Ravens are going to wind up with Maxx Crosby. They gave up 2 first-round picks, 2026 and 2027, to get Maxx Crosby. And on Wednesday, when the new season opens, they're going to be able to go ahead and finalize that deal. Now, something could happen that would blow it up before then, but I don't really foresee that, because the Ravens are going to be giving the Raiders a really high first-round draft pick this year, and maybe not quite so high next year, but who knows, depending on how well the team does. I would think that with Maxx Crosby, they would be a better team than they were in 2026. No, it's going to be 2025. I think their 2026 season will be better. So instead of a 13th or 14th pick in the draft, it'll probably be somewhere around 20, maybe 21, 22, long in there. And so that'll be a little bit of a difference, but still going to be a good pick. Raiders could take 2 of their first-round draft picks or a first and second, and they could move up in the draft and really get themselves a big-time player, maybe one in the top 10 or whatever. But I guess we'll see what happens. Detroit needs a center, and now Detroit is going to need an offensive tackle. They have gone ahead and released Taylor Decker. They didn't want to give him the kind of money that they were going to have to give him this year. He had been pending retirement, decided not to retire, and so they've had to release him. They're going to eat about $9.5 million on that in dead cap money. But at the end of the day, everything is going to be just fine, because Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell obviously have a plan. And I have a feeling that the Detroit Lions are going to be a very good team. And I figure that they and the Chicago Bears and possibly the Green Bay Packers will be fighting for the division title again this year. I hope that your team also has a good season here in 2026, whichever team it is that you root for. And if you don't root for anybody, I hope that you'll bear with me while I do an NFL/MLB report. And you folks have a good day.